In a man's mind, whomever he would be, after dealing with someone close to him, his death, any individual, who knows why we would do anything outside of mourning. There's a period of mourning. I mourned over Pac for quite a while, all the way to the point of suicide, of mourning over Tupac for a whole year.
Tupac Shakur was more than a rap or a hip-hop musician. He was a poet, teacher, activist, movie star. Even today, countless acts in hip-hop try to imitate his style. The Guinness Book of World Records recognizes him as the best-selling hip-hop artist, with over 75 million albums sold worldwide, including over 44.5 million sales in the United States alone. Something else important concerning Tupac was the way he died. He was shot to death in Las Vegas, and to this day, there have been no charges filed in relation to his death. His death remains one of the most notorious unsolved murders of the last 20 years.
Why is it that in 2008, we can take a baseball player to Congress to solve what? Whether he used steroids or not? Who cares?
I'm coming forward with the information because someone asked me, and I was willing to tell them what I knew.
Let's solve a murder.
In 10 years, the Las Vegas police have claimed no new leads.
We've looked at it several times.
I was there in Vegas when he was shot.
We have no indication.
I was one of the first people to the hospital.
And there were actually nothing that's going to lead us in a direction to arrest anyone that was involved.
But I was never interviewed by anyone, so I'm just coming forth now to set the record straight. And some of the things that happened to Tupac, we need to check within death row before we start pointing the fingers at other people.
No question, signed with death row.
It's the summer of 1996. All Eyes on Me has reached quintuple platinum status. Tupac gets to see his first #1 single. His next album, to be released in November of '96, is called Machiavelli, or The 7-Day Theory. It's recorded in a record 7 days. Tupac was considered by industry leaders to be at the top of his recording game, and with over 120 unreleased master tapes, who could argue?
He worked so much in those last 9 months that he separated from a lot of people. And I think that you change labels and you're suddenly in a new environment. Anybody, it affects anybody.
I just signed a death row record. I got Fatal and Felony. I got Dramacidal. Thug Life is coming back. My albums, I should be doing a couple more.
And he's got the limo and he got all his buddies with him, and now we go back to my house to eat the fried chicken and the potato salad.
My name's Napoleon, former member of the Outlaws, the Tupac Outlaws. Yeah, I met Pac through Gaddafi, who was a half-brother of Pac. And me and Gaddafi, we was childhood friends. His mother and one of my cousins and aunts, they knew each other, so we used to hang around each other when the birthdays and things like that come around. Back in the day when I used to celebrate birthdays, we used to be together and celebrate it with each other.
I was just riding this wave. If you think of like Hawaii 5-0 and the people on the surfboards, and they're just riding the wave and it's so cool. I was like riding this wave with this person, and I feel like I did a huge wipeout, and the breath of my life got knocked out of me. My energy to do things kind of just went.
James, what's up, man?
I feel you, homie. Hey, I hope you Chinese if you got some Chinese tattoos on you. Chinese? You don't know what the fuck is wrong with you, huh? That shit can say 2 egg rolls on you right now. That's it, you got, hey, get that. Ask somebody Chinese, if you're watching this tape, don't just say 2 egg rolls to go with hot sauce. Is that what this say? Niggas ain't Chinese, get Chinese letters like they been somewhere and shit. You ain't never left the block, nigga.
Occam, a 14th century teacher of logic, said, "All things being equal, the simplest solution tends to be the best one."
Based on my professional experience and from what I know that took place in these events, I believe it was a planned killing. This type of planned killing has happened all over the world.
The murderer moves in, and here is the shame of all America as Jack Rubenstein takes the law unto himself.
All right, so Officer's gonna stay here with you. I'll be back in just a minute.
Lieutenant Jeff Braley's experience comes with the military and federal law enforcement.
It's happened for so many years we can't count them.
About to see the most amazing pictures ever made. The assassination of King Alexander of Yugoslavia. It's a gala day in Marseille. Vive Alexander! Vive le roi! Oh, they've been shot!
Random opportunity, they happened to be there, and that's how it worked out.
Random shooting, random shooting when you've got just driving down the street and just coincidentally some gunman sticks his arm out of a white Cadillac and shoots the biggest rapper in America, and that's a coincidence.
You have all the elements in place that show that there was a plan there in place to eliminate this particular person.
They're pretty good dudes if they picked that spot to do it with that kind of traffic. I don't know how you could be that specific, but like I said, you can't rule out anything.
When you have a planned crime, you know, this is not just some random act. When you have a planned crime, you simply go as far back as you have to. You know, when did that plan start? What led us to this point? You know, if we have a homicide and we know that it was something that was planned, we're going to start interviewing people, you know, whether it's weeks, months, or years prior, basically whatever it takes to find the inception of that plan. Whose idea was it to kill this person? Why did they want them dead? And when did they start talking about it?